someone that I can't eat. I've yet to run across someone that I can't beat. I'm the king of the
Wolf
hill,
Heads Off
of the heap. I'm
by
Wolf
Joe
now.
Lawrence.
I'm Wolf now.
One day, when Wolf was all grown up, he found himself in a rather painful situation. He was lying on the floor. His head had been chopped off. Granny and Little Red Riding Hood and the huntsman were sitting at a table across the room, laughing and having coffee and muffins, which Little Red Riding Hood had brought to Granny because she wasn't feeling well. At that point, Wolf picked up his head and walked out of the room, and with some difficulty found his brother Maurice in the forest, deep in the forest.
Maurice, I need your help.
"You certainly do," said Maurice. "Your head's off."
Yes, it is,
said Wolf. "What happened?" said Maurice.
Well, the huntsman chopped it off.
"Oh, really?" said Maurice, raising an eyebrow. "And why did he do that?"
Well, said Wolf, I ate Granny and Little Red Riding Hood.
Wolf tried to look down at the ground sheepishly, but he couldn't because he was holding his own head. So he tried to look as sad as he could, staring straight forward. "Well, what do you want me to do about it?" said Maurice.
Well, I want you to fix it,
yelled Wolf.
Put my head back on.
"How am I supposed to do that?" said Maurice.
Well, it's obvious. You're a doctor, of course.
"I'm a doctor in medieval literature, Wolf, not a medical doctor,"
Well, you have to help me. I can't live like this,
pleaded Wolf. "Okay, fine," said Maurice. "Let's see what we can do then." He took his head from him and checked it over. He said, "This might be difficult. I believe the only thing sticky I have at the moment is grape jelly. Let's try it." So he scooped up a bunch of jelly on his brother's neck and smooshed his head back on. "How does that feel?"
Pretty good,
said Wolf. "I'll go try it out." He made his way downtown, singing,
I have yet to meet someone that I can't eat.
Then he met a mother pushing a baby in her carriage, and Wolf approached her to say good morning, or possibly eat them. He was a big bad wolf after all. Just then a kid with a bike came rushing past, and Wolf had to stop suddenly to miss him. Well, that's all it took. His head popped off and landed in the baby carriage.
Hello,
Wolf said to the little baby. The baby cried and hit him with its rattle. "Ouch," said Wolf. Well, his body picked him up, and he went running awkwardly back to Maurice.
That did not work.
"You want to try peanut butter?" Maurice asked, holding up a big jar of it.
Of course I do,
said Wolf, and he took a big fingerful of peanut butter and fed it to his head. "No, I mean stick your head back on with peanut butter," said Maurice.
Oh,
said Wolf.
That's what you meant,
he replied in a peanut buttery voice. So Maurice scooped some peanut butter onto his neck and pushed his head back in place. "Does that feel better?"
Actually, yes, feels better already. I'll go for a walk.
Well, he hadn't gone far, and all of the squirrels of the forest were on him. They love peanut butter. Well, even if you're a large, black, scary-looking wolf, 1,000 squirrels chasing you would make anyone nervous. So Wolf started to run. That's all it took. Off popped his head. His body kept running away.
Get back here,
yelled Wolf's head,
and get these squirrels off me.
His body turned around, ran right past him, and into a tree. Well, that didn't help. Finally, the body found the head, and they awkwardly made their way back to Maurice. All the peanut butter was gone. Maurice looked up from his book. "Well, your head's still off," he sighed. "I found some honey in the back larder. We can try it. But when I'm done, you have to stay here until it sets up properly, okay?" Wolf said,
"Yes."
"Well, the third time's a charm. That did it. It stuck back on perfectly, and Wolf has been good, sort of, ever since." The end.
I'm the king of the hill, I'm the top of the heap. I'm Wolf now, I'm Wolf now, baby, I'm Wolf now. 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 I'm Wolf now, baby.